Next up, mind. So mind is really important for us to make sure that we're healthy on the inside and the outside, because our mindset is such a big key player in how we show up in our day-to-day lives. It doesn't matter how well you eat or exercise, if you're not working on your mental health, you're not going to be holistically healthy. So mind, we focus on what we can do to support your mental and emotional health as well as your physical. Now, first thing is structure. So similar to preparation in lunch, we need to make sure we're ready for the week so that we can actually, it just goes as planned. So what gets planned gets done. So we need to schedule our habits for the week in advance. I recommend once a week, set up your whole schedule for success. So what you're aiming to do with all your habits, this can either be in the Powherful app or it can be on your own calendar or diary that you use. Make sure you put things in, because if something doesn't get scheduled, it's not going to get done. Here's how to schedule some of the habits and workouts into your Powherful app.
Now, planning is really important to make sure you're ready for the week in advance. It's really simple to schedule your workouts and your activities into the calendar. You can either go to the calendar page and just click on the day that you're wanting to add it to. So if I want to add something to tomorrow, I just click on the tomorrow button. I can add a workout, an activity, or if I want to do my photos or check-in, you can do that so you're scheduled for the week in advance. The other way around you can go is by going into the Programs tab, which is the blue kettlebell, and scrolling down to whatever activity it is that you're wanting to schedule for the week in advance. So if you're wanting to put your bends in, you can click on the bend, and then you can click the top right-hand corner there to schedule it on whatever days that you're wanting it to do. And then that will schedule it on your calendar for you. So you know that when you get to the day, you're already ready and that you just have to follow your own plan.
And anything that doesn't fit into the Powherful app, obviously you can put it into your own schedule, whether you use a Google Calendar or a actual physical diary. Just make sure it's in there, it gets done, so that you can feel confident that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy throughout the week. Next up is sleep. This is an important aspect of our mental and physical well-being. Sleep is where we restore. Getting enough sleep makes it much easier for all your habits to happen. If we're not getting enough sleep, it makes life a whole lot harder. So to focus on this, we're going to look at your nighttime routine. So I'll give you a little bit more content and a little bit more help that you can do to build your own nighttime routine to make sure you get to sleep well. But what we track is getting the hours of sleep. So we want to aim for 8 hours if possible and try to get that every night. But the easiest way to do it is to track it in your app for accountability, to make sure you're getting to bed on time and you're waking up on time and getting good quality sleep. So here's how you track your sleep in the app.
Now you can sync your sleep to make sure that you're tracking the hours of sleep you get in the app. So you can head down to the More section on the right-hand side and then scroll down. Now the Fitbit and Apple Watch is where what syncs over for sleep. So you can click on either one of those if you have them. If you don't, you can actually put it in manually as well. So if I had an Apple Watch, I go and sync that through, or if I had a Fitbit, I go and sync that. And then that comes into this first page in the dashboard with your sleep. So you can see here, I've got some of my days of data that I've tracked with my watch. But if you don't have the data from your watch, you can simply press add on the top right-hand corner there, and then write your bedtime and wake up time, and that will sync across as well.
So this is a great way to remain accountable for your sleep, to see if you're getting enough. As you can see, I'm going to try and work on getting a little bit more sleep on a daily basis to make sure my recovery stays up nice and high as well. Next up is stillness. So finding stillness in your day calms your nervous system and brings you back into what's called a rest and digest state. This is so important because I know many of us have a lot of anxiety or anxious thoughts, and we tend to be very go in our lives, not taking the pause and the time to make sure that we're focusing back on our body and our breath. So let's find some stillness in our day. This can be done either with some breathing exercises, a meditation practice, or some mindfulness activities. Now, the frequency, I recommend starting small, just with whatever you can do per week to experiment with finding stillness. It might just be once a week or twice a week. But we want to build up to finding stillness one time a day at least. So even if it's just 2 to 5 minutes of focusing on your breath, this is such a powerful habit to helping you connect back with a healthy mindset and a healthy body. So I've added some meditations, guided meditations, and some instrumental music into the app that you can utilize, but you can use whatever suits you best. Here's what is in the app for stillness.
We have some meditations and instrumental music that you can use for stillness in the app. So if you just head to the Programs tab and scroll down to Mine, you'll find some stillness meditations here. So I've got a couple of guided meditations you can use, or some beautiful meditation music that is timed for 5, 10, 15, and 20 minutes if you'd like to just find a little bit of calm and stillness in your day. It's really important to find what works for you, to focus on your breathing and to find that little space, because this is really important for your mental well-being. I also have my legs up breathing exercise in here that you can watch. I really recommend doing this before bed, or if you do need a little bit of break through the day, to do an easy, no effort way of meditation. So that is where you can find stillness.